What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, I'm S3. Bringing you some more Call of Duty Black Ops. And today, guys, I got this somewhat of a creepy story of something that happened last night, to be honest, actually. So I'm gonna tell you what I was doing. So I was playing my PS3. I was about to get off because I was kind of tired. I was kind of bored. Let's say it's about 1 in the morning or so. So I was like, okay, it's time to get off. So I turned on my TV, turned off the PlayStation, put everything back where it's supposed to be, all that stuff. I turn around so I can go turn off my actual TV, like with the cable box and stuff. Because I have two TVs in the room I game in. But anyways, so I go and grab the remote for that, and then I turn around and I look down on the floor, and there was like this big worm. Like, this thing was huge, y'all. Like, it had to be about 1.5 feet. Like, oh my, this thing was absolutely so big. Like, I was flipping out when I saw this thing. I was like jumping up and down. I was like, oh my god, I was jumping up and down. I was so scared. So I'm thinking, I was for like 2 minutes, I'm just sitting there watching this thing move, and I'm like, well, what can I do to get this thing out of this room? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, in amazement of how big this thing is. So then I'm like, so then I finally I look over and I see these 2 5-pound dumbbells. So I run over and I grab them. So I'm trying to think what I should do. I knew I was gonna drop them on the worm. So I'm trying to think, because I was scared to drop them on the worm and see what the worm would do, you know. So then I finally drop one on the worm. So I drop it. The worm, it hits the worm, it bounces off the worm, and then the worm starts squirming and everything like it has Tourette's or something. Like, it just non-stop squirming. It's just squirming everywhere, and I was so scared. It's like, I was like, oh my gosh. And the thing wasn't dead, because like let's say 30 seconds after I dropped it and the stuff was squirming and everything, it starts moving straight like it was before. So I'm like, what is this? Like, this? So I was like, whoa. So then I dropped another dumbbell. Same thing happens. I'm like, yo, I'm dealing with a Superman worm. Like, this thing is indestructible. I need some kryptonite. So then I'm like, alright, so those dumbbells were just a total fail. Nothing happened but creeped me out even more. So now I see this 8-pound medicine ball. I'm like, ooh, that could be it. That could finish him. That's my finishing move, the medicine ball. So I grab the medicine ball. I run grab it. I'm over here. I'm like, okay. If this worm doesn't die, I'm just running. I'm bolting out this room. And so I'm like, okay. So I drop it, and as it hits the worm, alright, it hits the worm, and then it bounces up off the ground. And as the medicine ball bounces up off the ground, the worm goes with it, and the worm is seeing me dead in my eyes. And yo, I'm 5'7", and that's how high the worm got off the ground. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was flipping out. You guys have no idea. I was going crazy. So then I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I turn on my TV, grab my phone, grab my charger, grab everything I need out that room, and I just leave. I was so scared. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch some TV in the front and in the living room, just so I can kind of get that out of my mind, because that was crazy. So anyway, so I'm about to go to bed now. I want to go back there and check on the worm, but I don't. So I don't. I go to sleep, come back, the worm is dead. It's like shriveled up, so it's like 6 inches. Like, the worm is like, it like shrunk half a foot. I was so freaked out. I'm like, what is wrong with this worm? And this thing is weird as heck. So I was all scared and everything. But anyways, y'all, that was kind of the story. I thought you guys would kind of get a kick out of that. Something that's kind of cool. But I was flipping out over this thing. But anyways, YouTube, it's your boy S3 signing out. Deuces. I'm gonna play another beat for y'all.